Let the cooking begin. I choose you.
Hello, and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zielik. I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group. Joining me this week, as always, is...
your friend on the show, Ben Montoya.
Ian Davis, the Mitch Shayer of the show.
And the fourth cast of characters in this so-called... It seems like an anime, the way Jeremy was pronouncing things.
I know, yeah.
Evan
kind of
Aubrey.
felt like the kind of felt like the Pokemon announcer from the anime.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love...
Where will this week's journey take our friends?
I'm picturing we have like a cool anime intro where it's like a fun like J-pop song, and then like the camera like moves past Ben who's like running, and like there's like a lens flare on his glasses.
Well, it does that, and then it does like a cool lens flare on your glasses because you pull your glasses down. Then it does another cool lens flare on Jeremy's glasses, and then
Then it just pans to me and it's like, oh.
And this week's episode is about getting Evan some glasses.
Yeah. Someone make my
Have
vision
some
really
lens
bad.
Yeah. So my question, which one of us is like the villainous glasses wearer in an anime who like pushes them up and they like eyes are
you
completely
can't
gone
see
kind
their
of
eyeballs.
situation?
That's you.
Yeah,
Jeremy. Jeremy, no.
Okay.
Because
well,
you got the transitions, right?
Yeah.
So that would absolutely be you.
It's
Ben
like one of those
getting Ava.
things that if you have to ask, like you're that friend, you know.
Okay, so let's fill in a little more anime tropes.
Evan's
let's see.
Evan's the tall one in the suit. Always wearing
The suit.
I like that. According to Ian, every anime has a guy in a suit.
A
Name
tall
an
guy in
anime
a
that
suit.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's-
Who wears a suit in Pokemon?
The professor.
yeah.
kind
I
of
guess so.
Lab coats
suit.
count?
Yeah.
Well, if there's no more
well, I
anime,
think-
there is something else. By the time you're listening to this, it is no longer Pi Day, but Happy Pi Day, everybody.
Oh,
yes.
And to celebrate, I got some pie.
Oh shit.
Whoa, that's a surprise.
Yep, I got some peach pie.
I thought you were gonna bring up a drink that was pie flavored.
Oh, that would also be good, like moonshine or something.
Is anyone
Yes.
drinking a key lime LaCroix? That would have been
Oh.
That would have
I'm
also
not.
been good. I've got a cranberry lime Polar Express.
nice.
Ben, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking something that looks very fun. It's a Pale from the Crypt beer.
Oh.
That's funny. That's a good title.
It's got some really great like Tales from the Crypt like art and imagery and stuff.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty
Love
sweet.
it.
And it's
Are you
very
gonna
tasty.
die an
too.
ironic death by drinking this beverage?
Oh, that'd be sad.
No, you're like, I love this beer, and then you fall into like a giant barrel of beer and drown in it or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, whoops, there
Yes.
was a green goblins at the brewery fucking shit up. He's about to throw someone into the giant vat of fucking IPA.
Is the Green Goblin? Is he like, I'm something of a micro brewer myself?
Ben, if you were attacked by like the Green Goblin at the microbrewery and thrown into a vat of IPA, I think you would be turned into Brewface,
Ooh, yes.
Nice.
like Two-Face.
But half of it is beer.
Yeah, half of his face is half of his body is beer.
Because the factory gets lit on fire, and then you like fall
Yes.
over, and half your face is in a delicious
Yes.
IPA.
And your big like torture like that drives you to villainy is that everything has like a little too hoppy when you like drink it or eat it. So you can never have like a straight fix. Well, Evan, I'm glad you brought up Pi Day because I was thinking, I went on Wikipedia today and I thought about it. I looked up classic novelty community in New Mexico, Pi Town, USA.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
And I was like, if it wasn't Monday and I had to go to work and I woke up late because of the fucking time change, I would definitely, if I had today off, I would definitely take a road trip to Pi Town, for funsies.
Do you think that's
I'd
the-
probably pick up Ian along?
Do you think that's the one day a year where they get like the most crowd?
according to their Wikipedia page, they have a pie festival in September. So I think that might be
That's a missed
their
opportunity.
It's when all the pie enthusiasts come to town.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what's funny is the Pie Town, USA is actually one of the closest communities to the Very Large Array radio telescope. So there's a lot of like scientists and like alien enthusiasts that like go through there. So it's both the interstellar and the delicious like of Earth come together in Pie Town, USA.
Wouldn't it? What you just described is basically Twin Peaks.
Oh. But in the desert, right? Pie
Yeah.
Town's like pretty dry, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I imagine.
it's on a geographic area called the Plains of San Luis, according to this Wikipedia page, and that's basically all the information I got there.
Well, and that's why the official slogan of Pie Town is, "Our town might be dry, but our pies aren't."
These pies will make you fucking sopping wet.
After dark,
Okay,
they
well,
flip the
before-
sign.
Yeah.
Before we get started with the regular show, I had something that I wanted to share that happened today, because I feel like you all would appreciate the for several reasons. So I got a piece of mail today,
Mail
and I
day.
didn't have like it had a return address on it, but it didn't say like who it was from. And I opened it, and it was from my Aunt Beth, who actually listens to this show sometimes. So shout out to Aunt Beth. She actually does like enjoy this show, genuinely, and it's pretty cool. So anyway, she sent me this card, and all that it said was, well, it was a 3-pack of Pokemon cards.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
And the card said, "I found this in my cereal and thought of you." And then she just sent it to me.
Wow. What's
So I thought I would open it like on the show so we can like review what
unboxing.
we have.
Yes.
But I'm struggling with this packaging. I might need to.
What? Yeah,
employ
well,
some
Ben,
other-
what cereal is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
I didn't realize that was a thing they still did.
I like that. I love that the way that was phrased is that she found it in her cereal. It wasn't like advertised or anything. She was just like eating her cereal, like already milk in there, and it was like, oh, there's Pokemon cards.
She was like, I know the one person to contact when this is the case. Okay,
Man,
so
let's see if you got any holographic shit in there.
you might. Yeah, you're in luck, Jeremy. I have 2 holographic cards.
What?
There's a holographic Pikachu.
Oh,
Hell
shit.
yeah!
Look at it sparkle. There's a holographic Hatina, the one that's like a wizard
A
hat.
hat?
Oh, nice.
Yes. I think it's
And
Hatena, like it's a hat and an antenna.
oh,
that would make
Hatena.
sense.
Okay, yeah. And then I have a Galarian Zigzagoon.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah!
Wow, got some
Hell
rare
yeah.
ones. I don't know if those are actually rare, but
I feel like
Yeah,
they're
gotta
probably
check-
pretty basic, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're putting them in cereal boxes, so.
Putting them in cereal. What do they put in cereals these days? Anything. Well, that sounds like what a great day you had, Ben.
What a
no,
lovely surprise.
I got a mail day and I found out that I owe the IRS $30. So
I mean, more tax season jokes, but it was great to be like, 2 weeks ago, I finally got a letter from the IRS that said, well, it looks like you didn't get the $1,400 from the American Rescue Plan last year, so you can file that on your taxes now. I was like, yeah, I know that. But you wouldn't let me do that earlier in your dumb website. But anyway, that's the adult problems corner.
yeah, welcome to the show about bitching about the IRS.
Oh, no.
Welcome to complaining about doing my taxes.
It's a good thing this is being recorded, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No need for an audit. It's
Hey.
fine.
See, let me just say, if the IRS was fully funded and functional, they wouldn't have to contact you through the mail. They could actually like use it for website properly and like call you. But whatever, that's a different discussion. No, this is I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. Each week, we randomly select a new Pokemon to bake, boil, and stew in the most delightful ways. And then we decide amongst ourselves whomst the winner is. This week's Pokemon is, unlike what I told Ian, Darumaka, excuse me, I pronounced it wrong. I'm getting this wrong every which way,
Full of lies.
but loose. But Ian, why don't you tell the fine folks at home about how I roasted you?
Yeah, as is the fashion for this podcast. A little earlier in the evening, about an hour ago, I was like, "Who are we cooking?" And Jeremy really roasted me with a Freudian slip. Because he told me to look up. I'm going to the source material. Dakumura, which if you search that, gives you auto-corrected version of like whatever the Japanese word is for waifu pillow. And I was like, this can't be right, so I typed it in again with Pokemon after it, and it gave me even worse results. Yeah.
So was it mostly like Gardevoir, Lopunny?
Well,
Or was
yeah,
there,
that's
like, other
that's
ones?
the thing. It was like a very sexy Gardevoir, and I was like, well, that's not the right. Why is it so? Why is it so
Sexy.
like vulnerable on this pillow? Oh no, there's other Pokemon.
So vulnerable.
Just like spread Pidgey on this fucking pillow.
No. No.
Wouldn't it be Spread Firo? That's more of an eagle.
Yeah. Spread Howlucha.
Ben, yeah. Yeah.
So strong.
Yeah, it's got that like mask thing. People are into that.
God.
Ben, I have a question. So you've been playing the Kingdom Hearts series of video games recently.
Yes.
Would you say that it would be a good idea to get like a body pillow of like the way Goofy looks in that game?
A good idea.
It would definitely be a good idea because he's a badass. So you can, and he's fully decked out. He's got a like sweet hat. He's got great pants.
Uh-huh.
He's got a good little vest.
How many zippers does he have?
He's got a lot of zippers. He's got a lot of zippers.
Do we know if canonically this happens before or after he goes to college?
Are you thinking of his son Max?
Well, I'm wondering, like, has he fucked yet?
Oh yeah. Does Goofy have a child in the Kingdom Hearts games, Ben?
This is pre-child.
His
Jeez,
wild days.
imagine you all of that happens, and then you settle down with your wife who dies of cancer, and then eventually you have to tell your son, "Gosh, Max, well, you see, one time I met a child named Sora. We flew in a fucking gummy ship."
Oh, yo.
What if, could we get, like, a remake of the most recent Matrix movie, but it's Goofy and he made the Kingdom Hearts games?
Oh, yes. It's like, I'm a software developer.
Yeah.
He made the Kingdom Hearts games because they're a repressed memory of his past experiences like in a new Matrix movie.
Wow, I love this. This would make all of the convoluted like canon story in Kingdom Hearts make so much more sense.
Goofy was
honestly.
behind it all.
Yeah, it's really his story.
Ben, what entry in the series is Kingdom Hearts 3?
Wait, what? What number?
No. So if you were gonna say Kingdom Hearts, a game, and then you were gonna say, well, okay, there's a Game Boy game before Kingdom Hearts 2, but we can say that's a side thing. But like Kingdom Hearts 2, it is the third game in the Kingdom Hearts series canonically. What would Kingdom Hearts 3 be in this series?
It's like the 7th game in the series. There's the one that's in between 1 and... Well, there's the Game Boy one that's in between 1 and 2, and then there's 2, and then there's the prequel to 1, and then there's a prequel to the in-between 1 and 2 sequel, and then there is a sequel to 2 that is a half sequel, and then there's like 2 Japanese like mobile games that never came out in America that are also part of the canon that I think are like
weird.
pre-prequels and then also sequels to the half sequel to 2, and then there's 3, and I'm pretty sure that's the last one.
Jesus.
Man.
Yeah.
One last Kingdom Hearts thing, call it a very goofy resurrection.
Oh, fuck.
It's about him getting his wife back.
Yes, because his wife thought his wife died of cancer, but actually she's been kept near him so they can energize the Kingdom Hearts power.
Donald Duck would have to be Agent Smith, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Who's
Wow, we deviated far away from our Pokemon for this week.
Yes. Okay, we're cooking and eating Darumaka this week. Do you guys remember who won last week? I think it was
me.
Or was it
Evan?
Yes.
I did indeed.
So Evan, why don't you start out this week's show?
I will. And so I did bring this pie on the show because it directly relates to what I'm making this week. So
Oh shit.
it's been a little bit since we had some pretty healthy presupposition, and I thought I'd bring that right back. We've got our Diglett potatoes, we've got our bell pepper crobat, we've got our peach Darumaka.
Ooh.
Imagine, if you will, it's just one big juicy peach.
Oh shit.
He does
with like a face on.
Yeah,
He does have those little creases, like with his
That's
hands
what I'm
and
saying.
legs.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So you get your pie dough. You know, you can make it from scratch, or you can go to the store. I don't give a shit. It's pie day. You gotta make a last minute pie. So you're getting your pie dough out. You gotta lay that out, and it's really all about the filling. So what you're gonna do is, I had it. Damn it, I had it right here. Basically, you get some of your Darumaka and you get it all nice and chopped into like wedges. Basically, you peel the skin off, you peel the face off, right off.
Yeah.
Clean off.
Yeah, real Nicolas Cage moment.
Right, exactly. And you mix that with, you set all the slices aside. You have the lemon juice and some sugar and a little bit of flour, and you mix that up together. And then you pour that all over your peaches. And then these peaches, these Darumaka peaches, are special because they're slightly spicy. They've got a little bit of cinnamon already in them. It's a cinnamon peach.
Aw.
So you got that nice warm fuzzy feeling, right? And you place your Darumaka peach slices into your pie crust. Put that in the oven at 425, and you can do I like this particular pie that I had a nice little like lattice going on. But you can do you could maybe recreate the eyes of the Darumaka in your pie crust, perhaps.
Hey, could we put like its face that we peeled off on top of the pie crust? So it
Its
looks
actual
like it?
face?
I mean, if you wanted to,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just put like peach skins like back on top of my pie. If you want to be an animal. But yes, Ian.
If you're presupposing that this Pokemon is a peach, does that mean if you were to turn it around, it's just a giant ass? Just from toe to tip.
Just one
Ass.
giant ass. Yeah.
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 We got the bootylicious thing that I'm craving.
I have a question as well. First of all, okay, so peach, right? Peach fuzz on this Darumaka. Is it fuzzy?
It is. The Pokemon universe doesn't want you to know this, but it is in fact a little bit fuzzy.
Okay.
It looks pretty
This is like
smooth
when
from
you-
the images, but yeah.
Well, it's like when you visit a website and it's like, has science gone too far? And it's like a bird with human arms. That's like what the actual Pokemon look like if you really saw them.
Right. If Darumaka was in the next Detective Pikachu, you'd get real up
It'd be
close and
fuzz.
personal and fuzzy. Yeah.
Okay. Second question is Pit. Peach Pit.
Oh.
What do we
Think about that.
what's going on there?
What's good? I mean, there's definitely something at its core, right? Yeah.
I was thinking, like, since it's a stone fruit, maybe it has like a firestone.
Oh.
Ooh, that's cute.
So you take out that firestone and you plant it, and then a Darumaka tree.
Yes. And it grows more of them.
I kind of like to imagine that when it like comes off of the tree, it's like hanging by its feet and it's like upside down.
Ooh, yes.
Well, the picture of it asleep here on Bulbapedia does make it look like it would be fun hanging from a tree.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of what I could presuppose the Galarian version to be because it's an ice type, and I was like, I couldn't think of
Right.
anything except for like a Hostess Snowball.
Can someone?
I guess it could maybe be like a plum or like one of those like apricots,
Oh, yeah.
plums, but
Nice plum.
All right.
it might maybe a little bit of a stretch.
What's up, Ian?
Can someone in the Discord please Photoshop this Pokemon on the Allman Brothers Eat a Peach
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
album cover? That'd be pretty good.
I mean,
that would be
maybe I'll just do that.
I mean, you're a whiz at that kind of thing, Evan.
Then do the James and the Giant Peach movie where that was like all claymation stop
Oh,
motion.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, that would be pretty good if did that like in Ash's. It's Ash and the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
We're unstoppable.
Just
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Netflix, why don't you give us money to work for you? You're getting the new James and the Giant Peach directors making a new movie for them, so stop motion thing. So I think we can get in on this money too.
Is it Giant Peach related?
No, it stars both Key and Peel as demons, and they like team up with like a high school girl to do shenanigans, from what I understand.
There has to be like doesn't everything or no, I'm probably thinking of like the original author of this Peach franchise, but like doesn't he always have something giant in it?
So Roald Dahl, you're saying always has a giant
Something.
in his narratives.
Yeah.
Big
Well,
friendly
there
giant.
is the BFG, which is the big friendly giant. There are some that lady turns into a blueberry in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so she does get larger.
The foxes are smaller than humans, and those are gigantic in
Yes.
the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
At the end of The Witches, the main character does get turned into a mouse, and thus everything is larger for him in the world around him.
Confirmed.
And that's all.
Yes.
That's all of it. Yep, it's confirmed.
Yep, we got everything.
And
All
that's
right,
my
Ben,
recipe.
what's-
Yep.
Yes, thank you. Ben, what's your recipe?
My recipe is also derived from real life and the stuff that I
Oh,
ate
interesting.
today.
Unlike all the fake recipes that we do.
Yeah, get out, you phonies. I have become turned on to this Mexican candy that is called Lucas. What is it? Bombaso. I'll send you a picture, but basically what it is it's a little like it's like a little plastic cup, and it has kind of like a lid with like a spoon attachment thing on it.
Oh, I know what
And-
you're talking about.
Yeah, you like scrape inside the cup, and there's like tamarind chili paste. Basically, I was thinking that I could do that, but with Darumaka, and because I think that the like shape and aesthetic of it kind of match the inspiration for the Darumaka, which is the Darumak, or what is it? Daruma. It's the Daruma doll, which is a Japanese like good luck statue, token, icon kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. And I read in the Bulbapedia page that the inside of Darumaka is like a fire, like similar to like some of the other fire Pokemon that we've done. Like on the inside, there's like a flame burning away, and the more active the fire is, the like faster and more energetic the Pokemon is. So I'm imagining that it's like pretty hollow in there. Basically what I'm going to be doing is hollowing out the Darumaka and like scraping the inside of it to get that like really spicy, sour residue, I guess. And we're going to take that like spicy residue stuff, and we're going to mix it with like a tamarind paste and some sugar, and just like process the hell out of it. And make some Darumaka Vombasa. Sorry. It's Bombaso. And that's what we're going to be doing. So, and then on the inside of it, so there's like the cup with the paste, and then sometimes you'll get like a bubble gum, like piece of gum in there, so you can eat like the gum kind of like coated in the paste a little bit. You like kind of move it around with your little spoon.
Some spicy
Yeah,
gum.
it's like spicy gum.
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking that we could take that like bubblegum, just like, bubblegum machine, like shitty quality, just like loses its flavor in like 5 minutes, kind of gum, and make it look like a Galarian Darumaka.
Ooh,
So
nice.
like white with the little like blue and icy like kind of highlights or whatever. So that's what I have, is some like Mexican chili candy made with the little spicy paste that's inside of Darumaka's like body.
I remember
Okay.
in elementary school, kids having that and
Yeah.
being like so cool. It was like, oh, look at this candy that like no one really knows what it is. A lot of people didn't really know what it was. I didn't. And yeah, I was just like, oh man, where do people get these fun things? So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ben, so you keep talking about. Oh, Ian, did you have a question?
I do, but feel free to.
Yeah. So Ben, you you keep talking about the paste that you're using to spice it up, but why don't we mosey on over to the white Pokedex entry for Darumaka, which says Darumaka's droppings are hot.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Ben, are you going to be using some of its droppings, perhaps, to compose this paste?
Drop it like it's hot.
I did read that and was very confused. I don't really know what it means by hot droppings, because usually
It's got
that
hot
means
shit, Ben. Literally. Yes.
But that can't be what it means, right? They're not actually talking about how this Pokemon shits like
Oh, no.
molten lava.
Hot steaming pies. Happy pie
Okay,
day.
according to it says in bio, it is also known to have very warm droppings. That's all it says.
Some fire
Like
mixtapes
what?
that drop.
Yes. Oh,
I've got.
Yeah,
I have
I
two.
can't explain that. Okay.
Yeah.
Along the lines of this candy, are you guys familiar with slime liquors?
No.
Slime?
It's the newest. Well, I guess it's not a new craze. My kids are obsessed. Kids across the country, presumably,
Okay.
are obsessed.
Is Nickelodeon behind this?
No, surprisingly, it's like
Big
a.
Nickelodeon.
It's just as most like candies like this are. It's just like a bottle of like colored corn syrup, right? But it's like almost like
Sounds
it's
great.
like a giant ballpoint pen because it has like that same ball
yeah.
mechanism at the top, and so you can push in the ball
yeah.
with your tongue and like roll
it's
the
like
candy ink on your tongue, I guess.
So it's like kind of like a ball deodorant
Yeah,
thing, but it
exactly.
has
Medicinal
candy on the
rollers.
inside.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
What?
Hell yeah, this sounds great. Do the children like put it on their arm and then lick it off their arm?
Thank God they don't, though. I did have to. I fucking like saw a kid like spread Nutella on his friend's hand, and then I just had to like walk over there with a paper towel and be like, "Fucking clean yourself up, dude." Like
But did anyone eat the Nutella off his hand?
he ate it off his own, or he started to, and then I was like, "You're a fucking
Please.
animal! Like don't get that on my guitar."
You're like, do you know how many diseases are out right now? Like,
All of them.
But these slime liquors, I guess they were like popular a few years ago, and then when the pandemic hit, the supply chain, everyone was hit by
even the
Even
slime
slime
licking
lickers.
industry.
yeah. They couldn't, something about the chips, the transistors just weren't.
Yeah.
But now,
The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has caused a decrease in slime output across the world.
Oh, no.
yeah. But they're hot. Like kids sell them in class for like $5 a bottle.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that illegal? I mean, aren't you not supposed to let that happen?
There's just like a list of things I'm supposed to do, and like that is like at the bottom. So like I see like a kid with like a big wad of cash, and like kids are gathered around him like buying stuff, and I'm like,
Big
I walk
wall.
over, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And then they're like, nothing, and I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Then I walk away.
So you're saying that you're like
But-
your class, like in between classes, is like the New York Stock Exchange, but with slime liquors.
If only it happened
Yeah.
between classes. It's just like in the middle of my fucking class. I can't like emphasize enough how little these kids give a shit about anything.
Oh,
Well, they give a shit about slime liquors.
licking
Yeah.
slime all day long.
You should be like asking for a cut because you're turning a blind
should,
eye. You know.
That would
Yeah,
be illegal.
No, you should be like, yeah, if you want to lick some slime, you gotta let me lick some slime. They don't call me Slime Licking Davis for nothing.
Slime. It just sounds like a new like I don't know like a William Gibson drug or something like that. Like a futuristic like in the future like we just lick our like our
You pick up a snail off the
microchips.
ground and you just like lick the snail. Yeah.
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 There's like a new 1984, but instead of gin, it's
Yeah.
slime liquors.
Yeah, it's like that comic where it's the guy turning the calendar and it says like January 2021, and then the next page says 1984, but his wife is saying, "Wow, they banned slime liquors or whatever."
Yeah. My other thing before we presumably move on to someone else's recipe is you're talking about the dolls that this Pokemon's based on. You guys might, I mean, Jeremy probably already fucking knows this, but to the listeners at home, this doll is based on Bodhidharma, who's one of the great like Buddhist, like he's like a very important Buddhist monk and was like one of the first like Chinese Buddhist like saints, I think. But the doll is based on him because there's this legend that he went into a cave and he meditated for 9 years. And first, 7 years in, he fell asleep and he was so upset with himself he fucking cut his eyelids off.
Oh, jeez, that sounds rough.
And when they dropped to the floor, the first tea plant was grown, I think. And then 9 years in, he sat for so long, his legs atrophied and fell off, and that's why the doll doesn't have legs. It's like a little ball.
Oh.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow. No disrespect, but I don't know. Eyelids don't seem like they would make particularly good tea. IMO.
I mean, we've done crazier things on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Ian, why don't you tell us what your recipe is this week?
Sure.
Is it slime liquors?
It's not.
Is it slime related?
It's sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so this, I always, you guys know my Google search style, but
Famous dog.
Famous slime. Oh.
well, along those lines, like I got fixated on the fucking hot droppings. I was like, there's something here. So of course, like this show,
much like a bear, we have some hot droppings.
with this show holding a gun to my head, I did have to Google search animal feces recipe.
No.
I don't know if
okay.
anyone forced you to do that.
No, there was a smoking gun to my head.
Oh, so it was already been shot.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't find anything, thankfully.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
That's shocking, honestly.
But what it did lead me to is that wonderful reminder that castoreum is a very important ingredient for us.
Sorry, what?
Can you remind us what that is, please?
Castoreum is a extract. It's a substance that's collected from the anal glands of beavers,
Oh, yes, I remember this.
Right.
especially popularly used in vanilla extract.
Right.
Happy Pie Day.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Beaver ass in my pie right now?
Yeah, you are eating literal beaver ass.
The ass of a beaver is just like in your face right now.
Oh god.
And that is why I'm the Mitch shower, because I'm the creator of the Angry Beavers.
Oh.
A show that takes place in real time.
That's what I'm trying to fucking say, Jeremy. Anywho, I presume if this Pokemon has such hot droppings, its Castoreum must be real fucking good. So we're gonna take Darumaka vanilla extract. And this week, we're gonna turn things on its side. We're making not hot chocolate, but hot vanilla.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Which looks exactly what it sounds like. It's like a white hot beverage, and it's pretty simple. You just need 2% milk, white sugar, vanilla extract, and ground cinnamon.
Wow.
Nice. I mean, that sounds great.
That does sound really
Yeah.
good. But God damn
it's
it! Have
something-
you ruined vanilla extract for me?
Yeah, now I'm
Ian,
curious.
can I get
So
like a
it's
nice
not-
vanilla bean and put it in there?
Yeah, why the fuck not? But you do need to use the the concentrated stuff too.
Yeah, to really kick it up a notch.
Yeah, flavor blasted.
So does this mean that like vanilla extract isn't vegan? I didn't realize that was like a thing.
I guess it's well, and so it. I think castoreum counts as natural flavoring. So if you look on the container, like unless it's just like pure vanilla extract, there's probably beaver ass in it.
Damn.
Vegans,
Wow.
watch out.
Yeah.
Your whole life has been a lie, Ben.
I am not vegan.
We can go
My
back to chugging vanilla extract now.
Finally.
I just don't. I think it's just a good reminder of like someone was like, "Wow, like whatever the beavers are using to mark their territory, I want that in me."
Gotta get that.
Yeah.
Is there a difference
All
between
right.
the different forms for your castoreum?
No, I
They
mean,
all
Ash-
they all shit the same.
yeah, we.
Everybody.
Well, I
poops.
guess I don't. Is the Galarian form like? Does it have cold droppings or is it still hot droppings? It doesn't
Like
say.
little ice
Droppings
cubes.
are so cold, I'm slipping on them.
Jeremy, what about your recipe?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ben. So I was thinking to myself, how am I going to cook this guy? It's a little weird. It's a little funky. He's one funky dude. You know what I'm saying. But I also, too, was enamored by the phrase, Darumaku's droppings are hot. And made me think this is a Pokemon about, like, warming you up. Yes, it's a fire type, and we talked about this a lot. But I'm trying to think of, like, a recipe where it's all about, like, that hot shit. You know what I'm saying? And so what we're going to make this week, instead of, as going forward, is a Darumakan bibimbap. Because the heat from the Darumaku will make our bowl nice and warm so that we can sizzle it up in there. And we're going to also I'm going to presuppose that the Darumaka has meat inside of it. We're going to use that as our protein inside the bibimbap.
I thought you say meat inside of it, just like how real animals work.
You know, like actual life. You know what I'm saying. Though I do think this is since it's based on a doll, I don't know if it's just like, but it's also fire type and it leaves droppings. I don't know. This is an interesting question to ponder. Like what kind of like physical biological structure it has.
Right.
So what we're gonna
But
do is we're gonna yes, Ben.
Are you gonna get to the shit?
Oh, you
That's
want
what
me
I
to
was
get to the
thinking
shit?
you were gonna get to.
Well, yes. We're gonna cook. The shit is going to be what gets our bibimbap, like stone bowl, nice and toasty.
Oh, so
That's what I'm
heat
saying.
the shit up to get the toasty bowl.
No, the shit's already hot, and the bowl, like you see what you have is you have two Duramakos. One Duramaku leaves some hot droppings that you put the bowl in, and it heats it up.
Just shitting
that
on each
you-
other.
Yes, that you use the bibimbap for. I don't. What's not to understand here, Ben?
No. I'm now that you've explained it more clearly, now I get it.
Yes. Thank you. So I mean that's basically it. You're gonna get some your rice, and you're gonna get some shiitake mushrooms. We're gonna get some carrots, some zucchini. This recipe calls for asparagus, but you can go with that or not. We got some bean sprouts, some noodles, some I said shiitake mushrooms. I think I did. But you're going to throw that in there as well. We're going to cut all that shit up so it's nice and thinly sliced before going forward. And it appears Ian has disappeared, so I'm going to pause my recipe.
Oh,
And is Ian back?
Okay.
he's back.
What?
They're
Are you
back.
good? Are you good, Ian? Are you still recording?
Yeah. Why would you stop?
Because you left.
Because you left it.
You could have kept talking.
Well, I didn't know if your thing broke. So anyway, cast iron skillet. as I was saying. You heat everything. You heat everything up. You put in your bean sprouts, your mushrooms, your zucchini, asparagus, all that good stuff. Your sliced daramaku, and you have that nice and hot. And then you pour everything in your daramaku bowl. And to get the bowl really warm, you put its hot droppings around the bowl, because you see the bowl has like two levels. You have the bowl that you're going to eat out of, and then you have an outer bowl where usually you would put the other heat source in real life. But Darumaka provides the perfect heat source. It's hot droppings. So we're going to put those around the stone bowl to heat it up. It starts sizzling. They bring it to your table. You crack open an egg in there. It fries up in your bibimbap. You stir it all together, and bada bing, bada bibimbap. You've got a delicious meal to dine on.
I want to
Are you
counter for how many
concerned at
times
all-
Jeremy said hot droppings.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you are you concerned about the stench, the possible stench that could be in and around this food as it's being cooked on flaming? hot
I'm
shit?
not. Ben, I'm not concerned, because do you remember what the second half of the Darumaka's droppings are hot Pokedex entry says?
Does it say they smell like nothing?
No, it says, so people used to put them in their clothes to keep themselves warm. Now, if it smelled so bad, I don't think people would do that.
Just
What
shove
are
them in
they?
their sweaters and
I know,
What
if it
is
smelled
this?
like shit, if it smelled like literal shit, I don't think people would be like, I'm going to put this in my jacket to keep my like hands warm or whatever.
I feel like there has to be a translation issue with this droppings thing. Because like
No.
what possibly comes and people are like, I'm gonna put this in my clothes. Like the only thing I can think of is like one of those like hand warmers that you take like snowboarding or something. But like
Yeah.
that's what this is.
And then they say,
Okay.
hot,
Yes,
hot.
that is
Ooh,
what
we
this
got it.
is.
Okay. Interesting.
I
Yeah,
do love
and
me a
Ben,
good bibimbap.
Yeah,
Me too.
Ben, how do you feel about the bibimbap?
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Oh,
Crack
yes.
that egg in there, sizzle. Ooh boy.
Ah, yes. And we're gonna make this bibimbap nice and spicy. So maybe
Yes.
maybe we can. No, I'm gonna stop talking, because this is whenever I add elements to my recipe, your guys are like, I don't know about this. So I'm gonna leave it as it stays. So let's review. From Evan, we have a Daramaku peach pie. From Ben, we have the Daramaku Mombasa. Is that how you said that? Bombaso. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Which is a Mexican spiced candy. From Ian, we have a Darumaka vanilla beverage, hot vanilla, if you will. And for me, we have the Darumaka bibimbap. So vote and see who the winner mon is. Ben, can you tell us?
This was kind of a weird week. It was kind of all over the place. Well, I have all the votes, and Ian Davis has won with 2 votes.
Oh,
Jeremy got a vote, and Evan got a vote.
nice.
Sorry, Ben.
That is quite all right.
Congratulations, Ian. I'm glad that makes this. I bet that makes all your slime licking worth it. I think winning this week's episode of I Choose You.
Truly does.
All right. Let's move on to everyone's favorite segment of the show. It's called Whale Lord's Mail Horde, where we read your emails sent into ichoosepod@gmail.com. That's ichewspod@gmail.com. Ian, can you read this email sent in by Edward?
Sure. Ed writes, "Hey y'all, your prob's already recorded because it's Sunday night, but psych, Ed, we're recording it. You think we record anything? We're lucky we're not recording this Tuesday morning, 5 a.m.
Hot off the
Sometimes
press.
We should
cut
do
it
that
very
once just
close.
to see what happens.
Yeah, this summer. I bet we'd get some good stuff at like 4 a.m. That'd be the real raunchy shit.
We would
Yeah.
be just absolutely losing
I'm
it.
just cackling and waking up Tori, and it'll be
Yes.
a great time.
We still each have a beer in our hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're
4
like,
a.m.,
oh
let's
boy,
go.
it's like that Patrick meme, and it's like, oh boy, 4 a.m. and I crack open like a hard cider.
You don't do that already?
No, I don't.
Ed wrote after that, Darumaka, like a Dunkachino, but with a Darumaka.
Ooh.
Comes in hot
Sorry,
and
a what?
iced.
What's a
Dunkachino?
Dunkachino?
You're clearly not from the East Coast, Ben, and you clearly haven't tasted all of Dunkin's wares, but a Dunkachino.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Dunkin' Donuts coffee drink, I assume.
Even more specifically, it's a reference to the Adam Sandler movie Jack and Jill, which also stars Academy Award winner Al Pacino. And in that movie, Al Pacino works for Dunkin' Donuts. And in that movie, he does a fake commercial where he's like, Al, I changed my name to Dunk. And then he's like, Dunkachino. Oh, no. And then they do a whole dance routine where he's like, I love Dunkin' Donuts and I'm Dunkachino. I'll send that to you guys.
Okay.
The only stuff I know about Jack and Jill is when I believe it's referenced in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
When he gets captured and they force him to like reenact. Yeah.
Hopefully they force you to reenact Dunkachino. That's all I'm saying. All right, so let's move on to. That was the only email we got for this week's recipe. We have plenty of other emails, but we'll get more to that later. But we also have some recipes sent in through our Discord. Ben, you said you were going to read Helen's recipe. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes. Actually, before that, I wanted to share this joke that I thought of before we started recording, and I didn't find the right spot for it, which is, Dara, Dara, you making me hungry? Oh.
Okay.
I still don't know if you found the right
Anyway.
spot for it.
I found the right spot. It was right here. Okay. Helen writes, Darumaka is definitely based off of a Daruma doll, those little funky guys that never topple over. I kind of want to do a quick recipe with Darumaka with a traditional Japanese dish that's been remixed a bit. We all know about noodles. There's so many noodle options out there. Ramen, udon, soba. I'm going to use yakisoba, which are your typical stir-fry noodles, and we're going to make Darumaka yakisoba sandwiches.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm basically just going to take the Darumaka, knock him out, and make a noodle dough out of him. And then we're going to stir-fry those Darumaka nudes with soy sauce, cabbage, tepig, pork belly. Assemble the sandwich by using Japanese hot dog buns. Spread Kewpie mayo on both sides, and then put on some hot yakisoba on top. It's noodles in a sandwich. What a concept.
Wow. It's like you're putting carbs in my carbs. It sounds so
Love
good.
it. Sign me
Sounds
up.
pretty good.
Excellent. I'm going to read in this recipe from Elijah. They write in. First, this is a bit of a Shakespearean riff because you broke it into acts. Act 1, ideas. See, I got thinking Darumaka looks human, but I'm not using it in the kitchen. My thought process after that went, Darumaka is a red ape from Asia. Giganthampicus is a red ape from Asia that ate bamboo. I don't know what that is. Darumaka might eat bamboo and or go well with bamboo sprouts, say, in a ramen. So yeah, I'm going to make ramen with bamboo and Darumaka belly. I love a good ramen, and I bet you do too. I do. How can it go wrong? Right? Question mark. Let's see. Act 2, the recipe.
Building up stakes.
Yes, we're really kicking this one up a notch. Pour rice oil into a pot and add onions. Onions is capitalized. The white parts of scallions, garlic, and ginger for 6 minutes on medium heat or until caramelized. Stir in chili paste and cook until aromatic before adding shinotic and bamboo shoots and stirring for 5 more minutes until shinotics are slightly browned. In another bowl, whisk 3 tablespoons of miso paste and a cup of stock before adding the potto shinotic and some soy sauce. Bring to a boil and put it on low for 2 to 3 hours. While the broth is simmering, preheat the oven to 310 degrees Fahrenheit. Rub the Darumaku belly in salt and pepper, then place on a rack on a baking sheet in the oven for 100 minutes or until desired cookedness. Burn that baby by turning your oven up to the highest temperature for 15 minutes. And set aside, bring a large pot of water to boil and put as many execute as you desire in your ramen. Cook for 1 hour. After your execute are done, shock them with ice cold water from the Duchess's Sfeel. I guess that's reference to Duchess Taco, but I'm not 100% sure.
Duchess feel.
Yes, a Duchess Feel sounds fun though. Use the same bowl to cook the noodles or of your choosing for 2 to 3 minutes at a boil. Add noodles to the broth, then the broth with the scallions, onions, garlic, shinodak, and bamboo shoots, and add some seasonings, and voila, done. That's Elijah's recipe this week.
Nice. Sounds delicious.
All right, Evan, why don't you read this one from Amy?
Yep. Amy says, okay, wasn't going to submit this week due to the sheer amount of variation Darumaka provides, but it's a cool 22-degree autumn day here in Oz. So to match what I'm currently sipping, we got to make a Daru matcha latte. The main issue I see here is that matcha is green.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Hold on. I'm going to say that's funny. Get it? Because it's like I see here, but it's the abbreviation for our show.
I see. Is that matcha is green, but neither form of Darumaka is. Here's where I put that art degree into use. You'll need both variants of Darumaka. Pluck them cute little brows off, and you can release them back into the wild now. Leave the brows out to dry. Once dry, grind them into a yellow powder and blue powder. Transfer into cup, add hot water, stir it up, add some froth, milk tank milk, and syrup to taste. Cue bon appetit.
Have we said cue bon appetit before, or is that the first time we've been exposed to said phrase?
Oh, no, we must have said this before. Yeah.
Excellent.
Probably.
Thanks so much for writing in, Amy. Excuse me. We appreciate all of that. Thanks so much. Again, that's on the I Choose You Discord, or you can send an email at ichoosepod@gmail.com. We're going to pick next week's Pokemon in a section I like to call Pick-a-mon. Evan, can you randomly generate a number between 494 and 649?
How about number 590?
590, I was just looking at that. 590 is Fungus.
Yes.
Oh, a Fungus Amungus.
No, Amungus is 91.
Yes, Amungus is the evolution. But this is a mushroom that looks like a Pokeball. This is good. You know what? This is fun. I like this. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good.
A lot of culinary
so
opportunities here.
Yeah.
Yes, because it is just a food item in the real world, and I appreciate that. So send in your fungus recipes to I Choose You, and we'll have a good time next week. But we're also going to have a good time this week. Ben, can you fill us in on the third birthday live extravaganza?
Yeah, so on Thursday of this week, the 17th of March, we are going to be doing a live stream episode celebrating our 3 years of doing this show. And you're all welcome to join. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. It'll be posted in the Discord and on Twitter and everywhere that we have social media. So make sure that you're tuned in on that. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time on that Thursday, the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to have some special listener mail segment. We're going to do a fun recipe for a Pokemon that we don't even know what it is yet, which is going to be pretty fun. And we are going to be doing a fun quiz as well, which today I actually started making the full-on Kahoot and everything. Yeah. So
were you locked in your library doing the research for the quiz today?
Man, I had fucking fandom.com tab open, and many tabs were opened, and many a Google search was had. So yeah, there's gonna be a fun quiz segment. We're gonna do Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts, and I think I have some good material to test you all. I have a feeling that the listeners will be very good at this because they're very on top of stuff. Last time I think the listeners won as well, so we'll see. But yeah, it'll be a fun time. So if you're listening to this after this happens, though, it'll also be coming out in a audio version on this feed, and then there'll be the video to watch as well if you want to tune in on that. So yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So join us this St. Patty Day, and we'll do this stream for you. In the meantime, what should we do? Plugs now? I think that's right.
It's plug time.
Plugs. Plug your shit. Who wants to plug first? Evan?
I'm going to plug, I guess you can follow me on Twitter, _Van Aubrey. You can buy this delicious peach pie at a Fred Meyer near you. Yeah, that's all I got.
Hell yes. Ian?
You can follow me on Instagram at Musician Davis. You can see me play the bass, bake bread, and you might also catch some glimpses of the outfit I was wearing for the recent cabaret show I played.
Ooh.
Excellent.
You can
And, go ahead, Ben.
can follow me on Twitter at Ben C. Montoya. You can read about my thoughts on Kingdom Hearts as I play through them. I'm just gonna like kind of document my experience for those interested. So there's that. Yeah.
Excellent. You can follow me on Twitter at VelocityPrime1. You can see pictures from my outdoor adventures, perhaps a daily Heathcliff comic, maybe some Garfield or other cat-related entertainments. Also, make sure to check out my writing at the-avocado.org. Jeremy Zelick at the-avocado.org. We've got movies, we've got music, we've got television, all at the-avocado.org. Jeremy Zelick. And I think that covers everything from my end. So let me tell you a little bit about I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. You can find us on your favorite podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, make sure to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, may I recommend checking out our social media pages, I Choose Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Hang out with fellow choosies, send in recipes, or talk about Ben's opinions on the Kingdom Hearts video games. All that is available at I Choose Pod on all those locations. Last, do not forget our Discord. It's we got a bunch of new users recently. We're talking it up, talking about the latest episodes, our video game experiences, all that business here on the I Choose You Discord. Links in the episode description and on our social media pages. Lastly, but not leastly, do not forget I Choose You's official webpage, ichooseyou.menu. ichooseyou.menu has the full episode archive and a merch store available where you can purchase such things as aprons, stickers, and pins, all designed by one Evan Aubrey. That's all at ichooseyou.menu. I think that covers about everything. So for I Choose You, I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zelick.
I've been your friend on the show, Ben Montoya.
I've been your angry beaver on this show, Ian Davis.
And out of pie, Evan Aubrey.
Oh.
Wow. And to all the listeners out there in Radio Land, in a while, Totodile.
It's always hard when the recipe's new. Make a presupposition or just make a stew. But there's no month that we can't cook, so turn up the volume, put down that book. It's season 5. Let the pan sage roast. Keep the Nilux alive. Make some tepid toast. So crack a cold one, now's the time. We're cooking Pokemon and making rhymes. We're not always right or wrong, but you'll probably have some fun. It's win or lose based on the jokes you choose. The winners within. It's a podcast called I Choose You. Ben, Evan, Jeremy, and Ian too. Let the cooking begin. I choose you.